Hello everyone, my name is Sapphire Dicson, and I don't like VADOTUbe. So real quick, I'm gonna go over what I mean by that. I'm gonna add a layer first. That's what I'm gonna do. Pros of that's not how you spell it. VADOTUbe. It's free, which is great. If I can spell things. I'm doing this completely unscripted, by the way. It takes up minimal space. What else do I want to point out with this specifically? It's like you can use it for streaming. Now, my cons with it. I can't go as complex as I want to with it. So like what I mean by that is if I am fiddling around, like say so right now I'm Vanilla Sappy, say I wanted to switch to Mitch, I could not press a button to switch to Mitch. I have to go into VADOTUbe, and load the file myself. And also, I might as well load Mitch up so I can show just how long this takes. So starting right now, it's loading in Mitch's PNG tuber. Now, Mitch has 10 states linked to her. See, that it took a while, didn't it? The more states you have, the more likely VADOTUbe is to slow down and crash. So, like, I'll load up my sister's VADOTUbe file. Look, that was faster, but it only has 2 states to go into. So, switch back to Vanilla Sappy, which takes a little bit longer, but that's because Vanilla Chibi Saf has 5 states. So half the amount is Mitch. More states slows program. And makes prone to crashing. Okay. No, yeah. So back what I was saying with if I wanted to switch over to Mitch's file, I have to go into VedoTube and load it. I can't just press a button and have Mitch's file load up and switch to those sets, that specific set of states. Which I like things complex. Also, you can't make transition frames between states. What I mean by that is, say, so right now I'm playing the normal state. If I start playing the blush state, there's no transition. It's just instant. Also, VedoTube is now going to, not VedoTube, Krita is now going to zoom in and zoom out repeatedly because I'm pressing buttons that make it do that. While still technically being in Krita. So, yeah, that's a problem for me because, say like I wanted to, hold on, I have to load this. There it is. I'll load this one because it tends to work better than my flap. Say I wanted to add a frame between states so that way turning is a fluid motion. I can't do that. It just, I can't make a 3/4 view of running. I also, if I switch to a state, if I switch to a state off of something, it doesn't transition into the next one smoothly necessarily. So like, it doesn't keep track of the frames that are in the GIFs I've loaded into the states. So it's just, it's not smooth. And I want it to be smooth because I'm weird like that. And I did actually have to pick up my controller in order to do that. Anyways, back to Vanilla Sapphy. But yeah, so those are the problems I have with VedoTube at the current moment. I know VedoTube Mini is what is out, and that there are bigger plans for VedoTube. But considering the recent announcement of Unity, I don't know how much longer that project is going to go on in Unity, because that's the engine that VedoTube uses. So, I want to make my own. Introducing VTuny, a ToonTuber software project. Now, if you're not aware of ToonTubers, they're a concept I believe that was first created by Scott Falco. Scott Falco is a wonderful animator and does stream regularly on Twitch and has his own ToonTuber that he has made and set up in OBS. Now, he set his up in OBS, and I looked at the process, and I wasn't too enthused about it, because it's a lot of other programs that you need to download, and it'd be nice if there was just one program to download. So this is what VTuny will be. And there's going to be a step-by-step process because, haha, ha 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 ha, I don't know how to code anything. Hold on, let me move my avatar here. Just just a little lower. I'll be down here in the corner for a little bit. So actually I need to adjust Krita because you can't see the top of that. Oh no, hold on. There, now you can see like the whole frame. There we go. Anyways, so step 1 is going to be making image assets because that's what I know how to do. I'm going to be deciding the looks, font, placeholder items, and I'm going to be sketching up the menu formats. This is important because I like to keep things organized and I want it to be very user-friendly UI when we get down to like actually programming it. Step 2, in-program image downloading. I'm going to be making this in the Godot game engine. You might be asking why, and it's because I've seen someone do something similar to VADOTUBE in Godot, and also Godot is free, and isn't doing what Unity's said they're gonna do. And I also know the people behind Godot, and they're not garbage human beings. Yeah, so step 2, in-program image loading. I have to make it so that people can put their own images in the program, such as PNGs, JPEGs, GIFs, and various other video formats. Step 3, make images load to sound. This is gonna be what I think is going to be the first hurdle. Because I haven't found a whole lot of tutorials on how to make mic functionality a thing. At least not without purchasing, purchasing a tutorial off of Gumroad, which I really don't want to do. Step 4, making menus. I will take the pre-made assets that I make in step 1 and start implementing them, and then add in program state naming so that way you can name various states after things. Then step 5 will be button mapping and key binding, so that way you can use a controller and a keyboard to change what states you're in. So you basically to make it so that way I can have characters doing running animations and like have it be affected by the analog sticks on the controller. I would like to add other like controller formats, such as like a MIDI keyboard and a Stream Deck, but I don't have those at the moment, and I don't know how to code for those. I mean, I don't know how to code at all, but specifically, I don't know if I'm going to be able to code for those without having them in my vicinity. And I'm also going to test the drawing tablet inputs because my drawing tablet uses key bindings for certain things. Like, for example, it can undo things, and it can also switch to an eraser if I need it. So things like that to make my life personally easier. Step 6, accessibility. I want to put in a font size adjuster for those who need the font size a little bit bigger. I might try to do a read aloud for the people who might need it, like a text to speak function. And then I will allow changes to background color, such as if like you need, like if your character is dark enough that you can't see a character against the background color, or too light and you can't see it against the background color. And then light mode and dark mode. Those will be independent of the background color. And possible language settings. Okay, if someone who's trilingual knows 3 languages and someone who knows 2 languages bilingual, well, quite frankly, I'm American because I only know 1 language. So if you want this project to come out in your language and you'd be willing to help me translate things, I would be more than happy to add other language settings to the game other than just English. And then step 7 would be testing. I would reach out to a couple of friends and have them put the program on their computers, make sure it works not just for me. And also, like, I have a few friends who code and will probably be able to help me optimize things a little bit better. And then step 8 would be debug. I will be dragging myself kicking and screaming through this entire process. So, oh, that's not it. With all that said, hey, there we go. Ta-da! Okay. There I am. I'm back with my beautiful face. This all being said, considering I don't know how to code, it's probably going to take me a while to get this project off the ground. I have downloaded Godot. I did that today because I felt like being productive. And I really want to make this a possibility, not just for myself, but for other people who look at both ToonTubers and PNG tubers and are like, but I don't necessarily want to. It's made to be more user-friendly than what ToonTubers are currently. And also, like, more complex for the people who want it to be more complex. You'll still be able to do everything VEADOTUBE does, but more. I have plans in the future for updates that will gradually roll out. And you might be asking, how much would such a program cost? Considering my own inexperience, and actively ignoring the amount of time this is probably going to take, I'm going to make this free. And this is out of personal preference, because, quite frankly, I don't like it when things are hidden behind a paywall, or have, like, a monthly subscription. And it will be free forever. And I will probably also be documenting the process, like, doing small streams here and there when I feel up to trying to learn something new, and also so people can watch me, like, do things. Words are hard. Words are hard, and I also haven't eaten lunch yet, so brain is not fueled. But anyways, thank you all for coming to my little speech about why I don't like VEADOTUBE and why I want to make something that will, in my opinion, be better. Consider giving a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and tell me what features you would want to see in VTuny, and I will consider putting them in, depending on how hard of a task it might be. So, yeah. Thank you all for joining me. Bye-bye!